Evan actually asked me for a prenup before we got married, and I told him I'm not doing that.
Hey babe, people in my comments are saying I should sign a prenup with you now.
Document, and we got it notarized that if he cheats on me, he has to pay my bills.
Me personally, if a man is selling his...
There should be no issues when asking your woman to sign a prenup. She's just not yours.
We'll worry about the diamonds later. That signature is more important to me than these diamonds are. You know?
I don't want to sign no prenup.
I wouldn't have signed no prenup. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on...
Keep in mind that prenups can be ruled out in court. Is marriage really worth it for you? Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
I have just reached a new level of crazy because I just made, well, not made, like I said, I did not make, he did it out of his own free will, but my boyfriend, my fiance, because we just got engaged, just signed a legal document and we got it notarized that if he cheats on me, he has to pay my bills. We did. We just got a legal document signed and actually got it notarized, like legal AF, that if he cheats on me, he's screwed. I'm so smart or crazy, I don't know.
I'm not really sure what possessed him to sign something like that, but that's his choice. But I wonder what benefits he gets when she's caught cheating. This just seems like a one-way contract that only benefits her if he slips up.
If there is a prenup, I'm not gonna marry you.
Well then, goodbye.
She's screaming and yelling and can't have a normal conversation. And I can't talk to her, and that's a problem. Yes, I love her, but I've had fears about her temper since I've met her. But, well, actually more, yeah, since I met her in person.
Oh. Are you talking about me? Pack up your things. Get out of here. Get out of here, Jimmy.
You know, if you truly love me, you would listen to my proposal. You didn't even give me
Okay, what is the proposal?
My proposal, and I even write protection for Jasmine. That's the headline. If I was the person that initiates a divorce, you would be giving the highest amount of financial protection. Do you understand that?
Run. Jump out the window. If your legs are broken, keep crawling. The red flags are flying proudly. If you feeling like you can't, then by all means, you ain't the one for me. Bro wanted a crazy Latina. No, she don't understand that. What she wants is to clean you out once she's done cheating on you. This guy needs to man up and walk away. This woman is a big red flag.
Hey babe, people in my comments are saying I should sign a prenup with you now. Just to make sure.
It's not a prenup, it'd be a postnup.
Do you want me to sign one?
No.
Are you sure? I'm not gonna leave you and take all your money and children?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
You can never predict the future. That's why people get them. But this woman right here says these things. Gets thrown out all the time. Listen.
I've also heard that prenups can get practically thrown out of court. Is that true?
Yeah. So a lot of people's prenups get thrown out in court because you either had them sign it under duress, which happens the most.
What does that mean though?
Under duress means under pressure. So the wedding's today, here's the paperwork, we ain't getting married. That's duress. You can't do it.
But how do they prove that in court if they got married 5, 8, 10, 20 years before that?
Because you signed the date on it. And you know what the date of the marriage is.
Okay.
And so those sorts of things get you thrown out. But the biggest reason that that prenups get thrown out is because you didn't disclose all your assets.
Really?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
It's so easy to especially if you're trying to move assets into other entities and that sort of thing. So yeah. So that's why I tell people, get your affairs in order before you get engaged. Because if you do that, you don't have to disclose. It's just no longer on the table. But like if you have assets in your name, you get engaged and you're in contemplation of marriage, you now have to disclose what you have before you can move it into a trust, or it would be like you're hiding the assets.
Really? See, I don't know that.
The thing is, I agree with this, but I think a lot of men in these comments are going to get mad if I say that if a man tries to pressure a woman into a prenup that does not suit her and she does not want to marry him, he's going to call her a gold digger and which is exactly what I was trying to say in the original video, which is that if you try to coerce your partner into a prenup that does not serve them and only serves you, you are financially abusing them and you are a misogynist. Prenups should protect both parties equally, and both parties should have an attorney to look over the prenup. In fact, courts will throw out a prenup if it is not looked over by attorneys on both sides. And it is common practice for the wealthier party, the richer party, to pay for both attorneys. If you think a woman is a whore for wanting to protect herself, you are 12 years old and you should not be getting married.
If she doesn't sign it, she's not the one for him, so it's good if she calls it off. Most likely because of money. Most women aren't doing it to protect themselves. They're being greedy and want to take something that they weren't a part of and take a man's money. But females call guys all types of names when they don't get their way. The protection is also being able to keep what they wanted themselves. Misogynist. If you don't want to give her your money, how is it that the woman wants to protect themselves when most prenups mostly protect established wealth? Women are crazy and want your life's work. I will say I agree with some of this. You shouldn't force your woman to sign a prenup if she doesn't want to. The best option at that point is to walk away. And if you are getting married, forcing her to sign is a bad idea. It will be ruled out in court due to her signing it under duress.
I don't mind signing a prenup as long as it has an infidelity clause. If you get caught cheating, I get whatever I want. The only thing I'm asking by giving you my everything is for you to reciprocate that. But in the same token, if you find out I'm cheating on you, you don't owe me. I'm just at a point in my life where monogamy is really important to me. I'm a bad and I've never been turned down. So if I'm willing to give you my everything, the least you can do is give me your everything.
Wait, you put that in perspective so any man would be like, all right, I gotta sign this. She just better have that freaking Vanessa Del Rio.
Listen, come on. You want to come to this water park or not, baby?
Better have that Dorney Park. That great adventure.
An infidelity clause for the both of them, I hope. These women always mention they get whatever they want, but fail to mention what the man gets. It goes both ways. These prenups are designed to protect both spouses. Use it well.
I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who bragged that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
Gotcha. I have 3 children. Okay, Mark. You know what?
So, but you don't need a man.
This woman spoke so confidently about not needing a man's money, but yet she's taking a man's money thanks to alimony.
Evan actually asked me for a prenup before we got married, and I told him I'm not doing that because I would never take anything from you. And I didn't. I mean, he pays me child support, but I didn't take a dime from him otherwise, nor he didn't take any of my money either. I understand why they exist, but I do also understand what you're saying. The laws are the laws.
Yeah.
We used a mediator, so you also can make choices.
I was today years old when I found out they are no longer together. This is terrible advice. Always get a prenup. If you get your own, you decide the terms. If you don't, the state decides the terms for you. I'm not going to take anything, but I'm not going to sign a piece of paper that makes sure I'm not going to take anything. I truly hope your podcast isn't encouraging people to not do the responsible thing and have a prenup agreeable for both parties. If all it takes was telling your spouse you will never take anything away from them, there would be no need for prenups. You can't see the future. That's why prenups are necessary. When that day comes, it will be useful. Sometimes.
Well, he lost a court case.
Men get such a bad rap for cheating, but the thing is that women cheat just as much. They just hide it better. For example, I've known so many people in my past who they act like the most loyal little girlfriends in town, and, you know, their boyfriend does one bad thing and they're just bitching about it left, right, and center. But as soon as they go to a city like Vegas, you wouldn't even know they had a boyfriend. That's fact.
Just know, gentlemen, if your woman or wife goes to Vegas after an argument with you, keep in mind she's cheating on you. She's definitely got a boyfriend or two over there.
My man makes $25,000 to $30,000 a month, so I'm satisfied with that.
For real? What does he do?
He's a car sales manager. He's got bank.
God forbid, if you broke up now, would you date a man who makes $2,500?
Her lifestyle, she can't switch like that. If he had a really good heart and could take care of me and my daughter, but me and my man are not breaking up. So
how much you say your ring was?
My ring was $7 grand. I can't have that around here. This is $200.
If he cheats on you,
I will take everything from him.
Oh, what if he gave you a prenup?
I won't sign it. I'll rip it in front of him.
That man needs to make her sign a prenup ASAP. She sounds drunk, and her man isn't even with her while she's outside partying. She said she would take everything from that man, but did she contribute to his success? She even said she would rip the prenup. What else does her man needs to hear?
I found out my wife just left her corporate job for a cashier job. She's like, she wants to get out of the payments what she's doing.
Payments of what?
Child support, ma'am.
Is there a reason why you're not paying to support this child?
I left my job, and I did do it intentionally.
Wait a minute. You intentionally left your job?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
How much did you make at your last job?
Annually, $70,000. Now I work at a convenience store.
How much are you making now?
$30,000 a year.
What's the qualification to work at that job?
You just need a high school diploma.
High school diploma?
Yes,
and you have a master's degree. I'm not about to play with you. Ma'am, I'm going to make you pay child support. $899.60 is going to be your monthly child support obligation that you're going to pay each month to this man.
This woman quit her job because she didn't want to pay for her own child. That's crazy. And she wants the man that's making less than her to pay for child support. Guess what? Now she has to get another job because her current job won't be enough. Should have thought ahead.
And used to have to do a lot less and get a very high value woman. Now we live in this moment where everyone's kind of and you have to work harder to get a woman that doesn't have any self-respect or any value. Just kind of the complete disintegration of when I look at, you know, what my grandmother looked like in pictures, how classy and how beautiful and how much I wanted to be like her. And now I look at, you know, women today and I just think, man, I feel bad for guys.
That is the complete truth. You are working harder to get a modern woman today, which many refers to as a 304. But 403 makes more sense to me. Nonetheless, be careful who you choose to be your partner. It could drive you crazy like this.
And I'm single. I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have fun and is a fun-loving type gal. Brunettes are something, and so are redheads or blondes. That's what I really want is someone who'll call me and will love me because everyone I know is married, and I don't know anybody or anything, and it's just not right because I deserve love like anybody else. I don't need to rummage through the dumpster for a playboy.
This is a man who has probably been hurt for so long and too many times. But honestly, this kind of behavior will only turn women off. Work on yourself and be better.
I don't think I want to sign this prenup. It's the day before the wedding. Maybe I should talk to a lawyer first. No way. If you don't sign this prenup, I'm canceling the wedding. And your whole family is going to lose money on their plane tickets and their hotel rooms. Okay, I'll sign.
Later.
I want a divorce. You want a divorce? Fine, you get nothing. I've got a prenup. But I didn't even want to sign that. You forced me and pressured me, threatening to cancel our wedding. If this prenup was done under duress, it is invalid.
This is a skit, but some women actually get away with it, playing the duress card. Another reason why men won't get married, I guess.
Body count does not matter at all, and I'm going to give you a very specific reason why you should be a slut.
In college, I was in a communications class, and via anonymous clicker, they asked us to guess what the average amount of people a college student hooks up with a year is. Then they asked us to say how many people we had hooked up with that year. People assumed the number that people had hooked up with was around 7 or 8 on average. Actual number of people hooked up with was 2 people. Our communications professor told us this to show perception is very different than reality. So the moral of the story is to be a slut because everyone assumes you're being one anyway. Being a slut is fun, it's flirty, it's trendy, it's cool, and it's slutty. All positive words. And my number was 10, which means I won because mine was the highest. That just proves sluts rule the world. And if you don't believe me, well, I don't know you, so bye, dead to me. Have fun living your uncool, unslutty life. Also, being a slut is a mindset, so even if you don't want to hook up with people, you can still be a slut. I don't know how to end this video, so bye.
I actually thought this woman was joking, but I quickly realized she's for the streets, and she proudly announced that to the world, which decreases her chances of marriage even more.
High five.
You married?
Yes.
You're cheating on your husband?
Yeah, Vegas. It's Vegas, baby.
So what?
We're both married.
Are you cheating on your husband in Vegas?
Absolutely not.
Why are you lying to me? Just her.
Maybe.
Is she?
She's cheating on her husband in Vegas.
Wow. Facts? How many times you cheating on your husband?
You right now. Yeah, you are kind of hot. You are, yeah.
You got a ring on your finger, though.
You did good. Look, who wants a man with no money? Nobody. Find a man with money.
More women cheat than men. Nowadays, they have too many options on social media. This is why I say don't let a wife stop you from finding a girlfriend. As a bartender in Vegas at a club, this happens a lot. Just easy info when the divorce happens, and she gets none of his money. So these are 2 wives who are cheating on their husbands. None of them is holding the other one accountable for what they're doing. And she blamed it on the fact that the husband had no money, and yet she married him. This could have been avoided if she'd never say yes to the marriage. Now, when he finds this video, just imagine the pain he's going to face. In this next clip, you're about to see an example of women don't know what they want.
It's because you ain't got no money, you left him?
Had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, if I'm making more money than him,
You should help him get some more money.
How am I going to do that, though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy.
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
If you want one.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to
So he wasn't stable?
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So why are you leaving then? You said you just wanted
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me. And if he's not doing better than me, then
I guess.
So she had what she wanted, but she threw it away. She said she wanted a man who was stable, and the man she had was stable. He was able to take care of himself, but because she was making more money than him, she broke up with him. That's sad.
Miami Heat waited until Eric Spoelstra's divorce was finalized to give him record-breaking $120 million contract. The money is the most ever given to an NBA coach in NBA history. Greg Popovich, his contract was north of $80 million.
This is how you know the system is unfair. The fact that the basketball team Miami Heat had to wait until this ref's divorce was finalized says a lot.
You just can't get jealous when your man is attracted to another woman. Let me explain. The shapes of a woman's body is telling his brain that this creature can support a human child. It is just a biological response that is embedded into all of us to ensure the survival of the human race. The ability to see it this way completely takes the power away from that attraction. As long as they're not taking action on that attraction, then there's no reason for you to have to feel jealousy.
Now, I don't know how true that is, but if most women hear this today from their man or husband, they would lose it. And I agree. As long as you're not taking action on whatever the attraction is, then you shouldn't get jealous. Especially if it's just a biological response coming from him.
Okay, story time of when I got ghosted and I, to this day, feel embarrassed. Okay, so I was talking to this guy, he's from UK and I'm from Sweden. Everything was good, like we talked for a few months, it was getting serious, like he had a proper job, like he had a business, everything was like good. And we come to the point where like it's getting serious right now. So he's asking for my maher. And I was being nice to him. I literally told him 20k, that's it. This guy started laughing in my face like nothing. He started calling his friends and asked them would they ever pay 20k maher, and his friends are like, no, what the hell, is she gold, da da da, is she a diamond? And then obviously after that I was thinking everything is good, like he was just joking. Next thing I know, I'm blocked.
Wow, what a smart man. He made the right decision. This woman is out of her mind thinking she's getting $20,000 for that. A lot of men today need to learn from this example. Know when to walk away. Know when to choose yourself.
Your husband's money is not yours just because you pop some kids out.
Look, she is getting so much hate off of this video, and I totally understand her message, so I just kind of wanted to convey it for you guys in a way that you can understand her better. Basically, what she's trying to say is, I'm a huge dumbass, and my husband forced me to sign a prenup, so I'm really bitter about my situation, so I take it on other women to feel better.
And she is one of them hating on her. That is not what she's saying at all. She's saying the man has been working hard and building himself up and finally made some good money. Why would he allow you to take everything from him just because you won't sign a prenup? Having a baby is both the woman and the man's responsibility. And she's right again, just because you're having kids with him doesn't give you access to his money. It's the responsibility of the mother and father. And I'm pretty sure the dad is going to take care of his child, especially if he's married. He is building a family after all.
You're gonna marry a girl, okay? And you love her so much. Would you make her sign a prenup with the abundance of money you do have?
Yeah, of course.
You would make her sign a prenup?
Yeah, why not? Because if she was like, she's not comfortable with that, then it's like...
But she might get offended by that.
Who cares? Well, if she's offended by that, then she's not the one, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's like, is that then, she's offended by it, is she like, is that why she's there then?
Your money? What if she also made a lot of money? Like, maybe more than what you make?
Well, the laws, specifically in California, are really not in favor of men, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a woman you could break up, they could take like half your shit, and she could do it and be like, peace.
Okay. So you would make her sign a prenup?
Yeah, of course.
She asked him that question like 3 times. Maybe she didn't understand. He's saying she either signs the prenup or get the door. Especially today, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh. Like, right?
Excuse me, I'm doing a survey. I wonder whether I can ask you a few questions.
Yeah, it's fine.
Great. If you were approached in the street by a robber, do you think you'd be able to defend yourself?
No.
Good. Give me your money.
Hey, scoot back. We'll worry about the diamonds later. That signature is more important to me than these diamonds are. You know?
I don't want to sign a prenup. I'm not going to be using you.
You're not going to use me, but I just feel like, I don't know, it's just like, you sign a contract when you go to work, right? You sign contracts. It's just a contract for our relationship.
You're not going to make me sign it?
No, it's not about that. I promise you it's not about that. It's just about just having foundation and, you know, a goal in life. And I know what I have and, you know.
Okay, but I don't want to sign a prenup because I'm not using you. Okay, give me that ring.
No, you can't have that ring. Stop reaching for it. Seriously, I'm serious about this. Man, if you truly love me, just sign the paper. Stop, like, going back and forth
Who's
about
making
me.
you do this? Your family?
Well, I did have a talk with my dad, and, you know, just from experience and what he's went through, he told me that it wouldn't be bad for us to do this in our life, in our relationship. So I want to follow behind my parents.
So you're saying that I can just divorce whenever?
See, you need to read it. the thing is, you can't divorce me once we are married. Like, it's for good. It's for good. And if you divorce me, you owe me $50,000. That's what it's gonna be about.
I want to marry you.
Why?
Because I'm trying to get some out of it at least.
What? So you plan on getting with me and not bringing nothing to the table? See, this is why I'm doing this right now.
I don't want
for
to
that
sign
reason.
this.
Well, man, it's that or nothing. Like, I guess I'll just have to keep this ring for another rainy day. No.
Hold on, let me see.
I'm sure someone else would love something like this, you know?
Let me see.
No, stop reaching for it. That's more important. Just sign it. That's all you got to do, and we're good. We can go to the courthouse and get married tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
What I need, I'm not gonna find this.
Well,
I'd rather find somebody else that can actually provide for me then.
are you serious? So you want to use somebody? That's why you don't want to sign this paper, then?
Why would I sign
No,
it?
don't worry. I'm not gonna beg you to do it. My dad told me. My dad told me to be aware, and he also told me if you didn't sign it, that was a red flag. Seriously, he's always right.
All of the red flags have been presented before him. Why is he still standing there, you ask? I have no idea. He only has one more thing to do, and that is get your passport.
You got a passport, right?
I think the best thing would be to start with a job.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. She needs a job. And I think it would be great if you volunteered some more at the soup kitchen. You could do some great volunteer work down there.
I did that.
No.
I started with a babysitter. I think my first job was at IHOP.
Well, you don't pay me to babysit. She makes me babysit for free.
She doesn't need a job babysitting. She needs a job in the world.
No.
She doesn't need a job at
Absolutely
home.
not.
She needs a job in the world. You need a job.
No, I don't want a job.
Well, I know.
It's so much work.
But
Work. I don't want to do that.
Now this is what happens when you have a spoiled child. They've never had to take up any responsibilities in their life. Sometimes tough love works best, but you got to know when you dish it out.
Understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding. It's not my intentions to leave you.
The story goes like this. This woman started crying because her boyfriend said he wants to get a prenup before he gets married. Those crocodile tears are a red flag. There should be no reason your woman is crying because you told her to sign a prenup. Unless she's so happy to sign it, it makes her cry.